up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through. Dangerous times, don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world, but keep the sky on your mind.
Hello. Hello everybody and welcome to another live stream here with Vladinoob. Alright, today we're going to be flying the Turbine Duke. Lovely little GA aircraft here that I don't jump into often enough in the Microsoft Flight Sim. But I should. I really should. So today we're gonna take this beautiful aircraft for a spin. It's much more powerful than its piston variant, as you'd expect. I believe it's an aftermarket modification of the original Duke as well. It does have all the characteristics of the Grand Duke, the piston Grand Duke, with the performance enhancements, winglets, etc, etc. In addition to that, it is fitted with turboprop engines as opposed to the piston ones. Anyway, we are in Dubrovnik in Croatia. We are in Dubrovnik in Croatia. That's Eastern Europe. I think we're in the Balkans, aren't we? Probably. So we're going to literally just take the aircraft for a spin around the region. Nothing too heavy, just a very relaxing flight today, hopefully. We're just going to take it for a spin around the area and we're going to fly back into Dubrovnik, and that's literally it for today. Nothing complicated. So without further delay, let's get started on this quick live stream. Alright. Let's get our engine started up. Remove the flight controls there. Remove the yoke. Remove the flight controls there. We'll hide that yoke as well. We'll do all of that here. And let's get things started up here, right? Pretty much. Nav lights on. Beacon lights on. Propeller RPM 2 maxed out. And my throttle is not working. Yeah, my throttle's not working again. I keep having issues with the throttle where it doesn't work unless I plug it in again. So just give me a second here to plug the throttle back in, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, that should solve the issue. Let's have a look. Yep, there you go. That has solved the issue. That's reversed for us. We're not going to use it today. I think we're good to go. All right. Propeller RPM, everything is working. Good. Excellent. A fuel cutoff there. Let's get started with today's flight. Fuel selectors are both on already. Okay, that's interesting. Let's get our oil doors are supposed to be left open on the ground, so we're going to do that. We're also going to put our inertial separator or ice deflect. I'm going to leave that on after we start up our engines. Okay. Battery selected to both. Battery master switch on. Hopefully, if we take a look at the tablet, we have everything. Yeah, all the walk around stuff is all done. Pitot tubes, covers, you know, a lot. Okay, that's all looking good. Let's get started with our auxiliary pump, perhaps. Starter on. There we go, spinning up. Ignition. Leave it on. And let's advance that. Right engine start light is right here. Okay, we can turn all of this off. Generator on. Ignition off. We're looking good. Oh. Sorry, I did that by mistake. There we go. We're back on. Let's do the same on the other side. I don't think we need to use the pump. I'm doing it anyway. Ignition on. There we go. Okay, that's all right. Generator on. Auxiliary pump off. Starter on. We can leave it on auto, can't we? No, we'll leave them both off. Okay. What does this say? Inverter. Oh yeah. Switch on the inverter there. Master switch on for the avionics. There we go. Looking good. Now we can turn on the ice deflect, which is basically the inertial separator. Our engine conditions are looking absolutely fine here. We do have FOD of rocks, something hard. 9% intensity, so we definitely need our ice deflect there to make sure that our engines don't get damaged. What is our cabin interior? 44 degrees Celsius. Goodness me, we need to go ahead and put that on auto cool. Get the AC working for us. Okay, where are the vents again? Where are the ram air vents? There's only one, isn't there? Where is it? Ah, there it is. It's right here. Can allow that to come in so we can cool the air a little quicker, I suppose. But we are burning up with temperature here. It's very hot. Very, very hot. There we go. Looking good. So we'll leave this to the side for the time being. Let's get our GPS aligned up. There we are. Flaps can come down to the takeoff position here. Panel lights can go on. I'm just gonna turn everything up. We don't need the floodlights though. There we go. That's good enough for us to go, isn't it? Yep. Temperature is dropping, which is pretty cool. I think we'll close up the vent here. Allow temperatures to rise. We don't want the intercooler thing, air temperature to rise here, do we? Let me just do a quick pressure dump. I don't know why I did that, but yeah. Alright, perfect. Pilot's air is closed. Okay, that's all looking good. Defrost air, we don't need any defrosting. Looking good, everybody. We're still acquiring the GPS signal here, so I'm waiting for it. It's taking forever. I don't know why it's taking this long. There we go. Altitude today, we should be at sea level pretty much, aren't we? Somewhere 400, 500 feet, somewhere there. So let's do 3,000 feet. That should be good enough. Actually, since we are near the mountains behind us, if you take a look, there's a range of mountains right there. So just for that, I'm just going to put it at 4,000 feet. Apart from that, I think we're pretty good to go. We don't need GPS today. We're just flying around the region. And we'll fly back into Dubrovnik. Alright. Brilliant. Our cabin temperature will cool off as we take off here. So I'm not too worried about it. I'm just going to leave the tablet right here just for our reference. Apart from that, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're good to go here. It's just going to be a visual flight, so it shouldn't be too difficult. Let's pop open a little nav map here. Let me show you guys a little nav map. There it is, a little nav map. And our headwind is supposed to be from here, so we will take off from runway 29. We'll go off from runway 29er. That's literally it for today. Okay, great. Let me hide a little nav map. And we can get out of here to runway 29er. Alright. Perfect. Alright. Release parking brake. Today it's acting a little bit strange. Usually it doesn't require much power to get going here. Yeah. Perfect. Pitot heats are off on either side. I don't think we need the pitot heat today. It's a very warm day. I really don't think we're going to be using much in the way of pitot heat. Let's just go all the way. Let's see if we can turn off on runway 29er directly. Cabin temperature is high, we know that. But what has just happened? Wait. There we go. The AC is not working for some reason. Whoa. There we go, now it's working. Something weird going on with the throttles here. Can't tell what it is, but something weird is going on with the throttles. Let's try and control the aircraft a little bit more there. That's reverse thrust. That's full thrust. Okay, so pressing this makes it go into reverse. Ah, okay. I think we're good. Yeah, I think we're good. Yeah, I think we're okay. Yeah, it's alright. Okay, for takeoff here, we do need our transponder to come to life. Where is our transponder? Leave it there. Yeah, we don't need the weather radar today. Do we need the pitot heats on? You know what, I'll leave them on. But I really don't think we need them. This is propeller heat, sorry. Pitot heat. Yeah, I think we're good. It's just that it's warm conditions today at 33 degrees, so I probably leave the oil door open. And yeah, I think we're good to go. I really don't think we need the pitot heats today, so I'm just going to turn them off. Release parking brake. Let's go beacon on that, strobe on that, landing lights. We didn't turn on taxi lights, but that's okay. Let's get out of here. Very nice. Let's get out of here, shall we? I don't know why we have such an insane amount of pull. Good to go. Flaps up. Propeller RPM slightly down. Engine throttle slightly cut. There we go. Nice and easy out of Dubrovnik. Very nice. Just take a quick look around these mountains, and obviously the yeah, it wants these two to be on, so I'm just gonna do that. There we go. It is a hot day, so I'm going to leave the oil cooling door open here. We're gonna fly at a fairly low speed and take a look at the mountains here. As you can tell, the performance of this aircraft is significantly higher than that of the Piston Duke. Check that out. Dubrovnik, everybody. Dubrovnik airport, at least. It's not the city of Dubrovnik, obviously. But it's pretty cool, isn't it? Engine parameters looking good. That's very lovely. We're climbing up slowly towards 4,000 feet. Pretty okay. That's okay if we stay between 3,000 and 4,000, I'll be happy. Look at that. This airport is really cool. Dubrovnik airport is really, really cool. I need to fly in here more. It's such a lovely... There's such a nice placement in the valley there. Next to the coast, by the mountains. I really have to fly in here with more commercial airliners, eh? Okay, let's cut down the climb rate a little bit. At the same time, we don't want to increase too much in the speed because I'm leaving my oil doors open for the moment for improved engine cooling. Perhaps I could use the autopilot for a second here. Yeah. Oh, hold on. We need this to be on for autopilot to come on. We can cut the throttle a little bit. No, I don't want heading mode. Okay, I guess it's still gonna follow the heading mode. So let me just turn it in this way. There we go. Nice and easy. 4,000 feet, it should hold it. Bit more throttle to make sure we are within this green range right here in speed. I don't want to go any faster today. This aircraft does have some splendid performance. It's easily able to do that, so it's pretty cool. Look at that. Let's have just a little bit of cinematic and then we'll turn back around and head on to Dubrovnik, the city. Alright everybody, let's jump back into the flight deck here. Let's get off of autopilot and then we'll turn back around to the city of Dubrovnik. We'll go check out Dubrovnik before we come back in, right? For the landing. Just make sure that our effects are in place. Yeah, it is. Make this 1,000 feet, eh? Alright. Okay, let's disconnect the autopilot. Let's turn this aircraft around. Let's go in for some manual flying as we head towards Dubrovnik. VS is a little high there. It's okay, we got plenty of headroom for maneuvering with the speed. Haha, those are the passengers screaming. Why is that on? Let me turn that off. Cabin panic off. Alright, let's come in and the valley is fairly flat, so there isn't much in the way of maneuvering required, but we're still hand flying it. We'll go all the way to Dubrovnik. I could, if I take the ambient temperatures, it's 27 degrees. I could shut the oil door and go a little bit faster. If I wanted to. Okay, if I shut it. And let me also shut off these. Might increase the temperature. Yep, it does. You know what? Yeah, let me leave these open if I can. Let me gun it a little bit and then we'll head towards Dubrovnik. I think I would like to try the dark mode for the avionics. Pretty sure there's a dark mode add-on. There we go. We are almost overspeeding now and our temperature is not looking good. It is way too high, so we gotta control that. We'll do a flyby at the airport as we head on back towards northwest towards Dubrovnik city. We'll just very bumpy, eh? Let's plop down a little more. All right. Ooh, we're on the edge there when it comes to speed, but that's okay. Let's give it a quick flyby. There we go. Flyby there. Saying hello to the airport. Here's Dubrovnik airport looking lovely. Very nice. This aircraft is really fun. The Turbine Duke, everybody, highly recommended. Black square. If you're looking for an absolutely fun and high performance GA aircraft to fly, then I think the Turbine Duke is the way to go. We're heading towards Dubrovnik, which is only 15 kilometers or so away from the airport, so we're just gonna go there. I definitely have to start flying to Dubrovnik. This would be a very nice approach. Beautiful way to end a flight, wouldn't it? What is that? That looks like a very fancy building. What is that? Can't really see, can we? That's one of the things I hate. My position here doesn't really lend us much in the way of visibility. What is that fancy building? Yeah, that one. That looks like a resort of some sort, perhaps. Yeah, that does look like some sort of resort or something, doesn't it? Is that a fishing boat there? What kind of a boat is that? It looks like a minesweeper. Why would a minesweeper be here? Why does it look like a what is that? I don't know what kind of boat that is. It looks like a utility vehicle of some sort. I don't know what it is. Let's focus on this fancy building here. Oh, very nice. Okay. Just a little detour because I found that interesting. Just make sure my oil doors are open here. I'm gonna leave them open for this flight. It's fairly warm today. And our ITTs are creeping up, so I just want to keep it like that. Right engine significantly hotter at this point. The difference in temperatures between the two engines seems to be rising. I just head towards Dubrovnik. Quite a bit of turbulent air. The cabin is still very hot. Wait, we need to trim this down. "22 degrees is definitely good enough. All right. Pretty bumpy. The textures here are already looking terrible. Hopefully it loads in a little better. We'll make a few rounds of Dubrovnik. Yeah, this looks like an absolutely beautiful place to be, but look at those textures. That is horrid. What's going on with the texture streaming? I have no idea, but that is horrid. Yeah, we'll give it a bit. We'll kind of fly around here a couple of times. Hopefully the textures will load by then. But what the heck, man? That is not very good, is it? Yeah, I'm disappointed. Okay. We'll turn around and fly back in. Hopefully then the textures would have loaded there. Yeah, that's not very good, is it? What the heck is going on? This looks like a lovely place, but oh my god, this is just horrid. That looks like such a nice place to be, but why won't these load? That's just bad. I think it's time for me to clear the cache. Or the cache, or however you want to say it, but I think it's time for me to clear the rolling cache file. Yeah, might be time for me to clear that out. Maybe that will help solve the issue. Who knows? It's getting a little better, I suppose, on the second pass. Might be. Not really. Yeah, not really. I think it might be time to reset the cache again, but it's looking a little better. Just give it a few passes. Oh, we have a bridge. We can fly under that. Oh, Dubrovnik looks great. It looks like a lovely city to be in. Really does look like an amazing city to be in. Come on, load a little better so we can enjoy the scenery. We'll just give it a bit more time here. Yeah, the wind is all over the place. It's knocking us up and down. That's okay though. Yeah, there's some terrible textures right here. Guess we won't be able to enjoy Dubrovnik as much as we want to. We'll turn back around. We'll go under that bridge. We'll pass under the bridge for a little bit of fun. Come on, man. Such poor performance when it comes to texture loading. And the wind is very strong today. Anyway, let's go in and fly under that bridge that we saw. I mean, so many places have been ruined in MSFS because of the texture loading. I don't know what I can do to improve this, but I have all my settings on max. My net is just fine. I'm getting the bandwidth I'm supposed to, and it's just not working. Just isn't working, so I don't know what that's about. Yeah, the only thing I can think of is resetting the cache, right? So we'll do that. For the next stream, perhaps we'll like to revisit Dubrovnik, maybe in another aircraft, and we'll take a look at it. Let me give it a bit of speed here. We'll go check out that light house looking thing. Maybe it's loaded in. No, it's not. Everything has just... nothing's really loaded in here. Yeah, nothing's really loaded in. Looks pretty horrible, doesn't it? Yeah, there's no point. Let's turn off. Go under the bridge. Where's the bridge? Should be ahead of me. Come on, I don't see it though. Ah, there it is. Give it a bit of torque here. Let's see if we can pass under. Yeah, that should be easy, right? Unless there's some hidden glitches underneath this, we should be able to pass. Oh, it looks like a glitchy. There we go. Ooh, overspeeding. That's okay. Kind of required, not exactly, but just in case we start dipping after we pass. All right. I think to fully enjoy Dubrovnik, we're gonna have to revisit this place with a cleared cache, aren't we? Yeah, we are. But, you know, still looks pretty good. We can tell that this place looks amazing. So we definitely need to revisit it. I think it's time for us to go back in and land a little bit, perhaps. Yeah, let's go in and land. Should we Dubrovnik is right there, isn't it? There's the airport ahead of us. Okay. Should we take a landing replay? I think we should, right? So we'll leave these on. We'll leave these open. Okay, landing lights already on. These are all fine. RPM can come to max for our landing attempt to Dubrovnik. I think apart from that, we're pretty good to go, right? Let's cut down our speed and landing gear. That's pretty much it. Yeah, I think apart from that, we're good to go. Flaps. Gear. There we are. Give it a bit of power so we don't fall out of the sky here. We're coming in for a landing. Brilliant. The wind is almost perpendicular. A little bit of a tailwind component, but very, very slight tailwind component here. It shouldn't be a problem. Although it is changing rapidly as we get to the ground. It's becoming more and more of a tailwind component. Yeah, now we've got a tailwind component of a knot or two. But crosswind, wind is at 237 knots. You know, just changing directions. Coming into land. Okay. Let's put that on flight mode so we can switch out the music for landing. First landing with the Duke in a while. First landing with the Turbine Duke in a while. Let's see how it goes. I do need to trim it up a little bit. Yeah, that's a little better. Right. Welcome back into Dubrovnik. Welcome back into Dubrovnik, everybody. Let's just go towards our GA parking. Taking a look at that beautiful airport right there. Very lovely, very small. Let's take us back into the GA parking. Alright, and then we'll take a look at the landing replay. Lovely little flight to get started. Not too bad. We'll perform another flight today with the Turbine Duke. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay, there we go. We nearly went off there. Hold for follow me car. Well, we don't need one today. Just go in here. It is pretty powerful on the ground. The idle throttle without putting the throttle in beta. It is pretty powerful. Just park ourselves in right here. There we go. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back into Dubrovnik, where it is a very hot day. Well, not very hot, it's a warm day at 32 degrees Celsius. Let's go in and take a look at that landing replay. Using Sky Dolly. Not much of a replay to play, it's just GA flying anyway, but still, you know, it's fun to have, it's a fun little exercise to take a look at the landing. There we go. Plenty of runway room, so nice and floaty. There we go. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Very nice. I like it. Welcome back into Dubrovnik Airport, everybody. And take a look at a couple more landing replays. Looks lovely, doesn't it? Let's play. Very nice. Silky smooth, ladies and gentlemen. Alrighty, let's go back into our parking where we left off our aircraft and we'll shut it down. We shall shut it down. There we go. Looking good. Parking brake engaged. Time for us to turn these two closed. Left engine, right engine condition perfect. Flaps up. That has to be off. Pressure dump. Ram air on. We'll do that. Okay. Then we're gonna put these on here. Turn these off. Put that down. Engine cut off. Propeller RPMs and propeller feathered. There we go. Perfect. Generator off. Generator off. Auxiliary pumps off. Those are off. Let's close down that. The oil cooler doors. Both sides off, right? I think they're closed on both one. No. Yeah, they're closed on both. Beacon lights off. Nav lights can remain off here. Pitot heats off. This can come off. Everything else is looking good. Okay. This can come off. This can come off. There we go. Fuel selectors, both of them to off. And there you are. Panel lights off. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna leave it here for this very short and sweet live stream. Just been live for just about 55 minutes, just a warm up because I had to get back into it. Couldn't fly yesterday, so there we are. Maybe I'll do another live stream with the very same aircraft later on in the day, or I might decide to jump into an airliner flight. We don't know. We'll find out. Maybe later on. I think I'll take out the exact same aircraft for a spin around Key West. Maybe that'll be a little bit of fun for us today. And that'll conclude our GA break very, very nicely. Or rather, a break from airliners very, very nicely. So yeah, I think one more GA flight is in order for us to take a lovely little break from airliners. And then after that, from the stream after the next one, we can jump into perhaps the PMDG 777 followed by the Flight Factor 777. Maybe the Level Up 737, and those will all be in X-Plane 12, obviously. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. If anybody even tuned in, I can't really tell. There was no one in the live chat here today. But I hope you guys had a good time. Like, comment, subscribe. Consider supporting the channel. Consider becoming a member. With that being said, you all have yourself a good day. Take care of yourselves. I shall catch you in the next one. Until then, bye bye.